Gambia Participates hosted a stakeholder roundtable discussions on Friday to review its position paper on the 2024 draft constitutions. The event, held at a local hotel in Kololi, served as a platform for civil society organizations to share their position papers, engage in dialogue, and provide collective input on the draft constitutions. The discussion centered on examining key provisions, addressing contentious issues, and outlining steps to advance the constitutional reform process. Participants highlighted the need for an inclusive and consultative approach to ensure the draft constitution embodies the aspirations of all Gambians. In its position paper, Gambia Participates applauded the government for reviving the constitutional reform process by publishing the 2024 draft constitution bill. However, the organization raised concerns about the perceived lack of inclusivity and participation in the process, issues that have drawn criticism from CSOs and other stakeholders. While the 2020 draft constitution was praised for promoting the separation of powers and maintaining checks and balances among the three branches of government, concerns have been raised that the 2024 draft constitution could centralize executive powers, potentially undermining democratic accountability. Abdoulaye Oba, the rapporteur for Gambia Participates position paper, presented findings from the organization's in-depth review, which was informed by a week-long consultation with civil society groups. He emphasized that the position paper aims to offer constructive contributions to the ongoing discourse on constitutional reform.
Generally, the process brought together a different set of people, religious leaders. It also brought together media. It also brought together civil society organizations to be able to make recommendations on the 2024 draft that will be incorporated to ensure the document is a reflection of the constitution the Gambian people want. So mainly this was the process that we had, and it was championed and pioneered by the Gambia Participate.
After the roundtable, Aneta Mahoney, programs manager at Gambia Participates, emphasized the need for diverse stakeholder engagement in constitutional reform. She urged NAMS to critically review contentious clauses in the 2024 draft constitution and prioritize inclusive governance.
Key areas and areas of contention and deliberate on it and forge ways forward in the constitutional reform process in the Gambia, because we know that since the gazetting of the 2024 draft there has been divergent views, and it has the road towards moving forward has been very blurry, and this is the reason why we have brought in key stakeholders to discuss around the 2024 draft to find meaningful ways to forge ahead to having at least a new constitution, because what we truly believe in is we cannot fully transition into a new democratic dispensation with the current constitution that we have, that is the 1997 constitution.
Mohamed Emesba, the outgoing president of the Gambia Press Union, also shared his perspective on the 2024 draft constitution, emphasizing its implication for media freedom and democratic governance in the Gambia.
My expectation is to allow an inclusive process at the National Assembly, because we don't want to have a similar situation in 2020 during the 2020 constitutional building process. So now what we want is hence it was not that much consultative in terms of at the executive level, at the level of the executive. And now it has been brought forward to the Parliament. I believe it is important to be more to allow it to go through these processes, because we don't want in a situation where anything that comes to Parliament, it is thrown away.
The Gambia Participates position paper highlights the 2024 draft constitution as a key opportunity to improve democratic governance and legal foundations. It urges NAMS to heed stakeholder recommendations, cautioning that ignoring these could lead to a draft that centralizes powers and weakens transparency, accountability, and the rule of law. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice recently tabled the draft before the National Assembly, where approval is still pending. Reporting for Kirfatu, I am Fatu Silla.